So we're all set.
Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to the Board of Architectural Review meeting of June 17th. This obviously it's a virtual meeting, not a real meeting. Audience participation is welcome. Should you have any questions or comments, I'll try to remember to ask for that. If I don't, please don't be shy about raising your hand and letting Amber know, and then she can bring you in. I would ask that if there are more than one party to the applicant, that everybody sign on together, even if you don't feel you're going to have a speaking role. We've had issues in the past where somebody has, like an architect or other representative, has spoken for the owners, and then the owners didn't like what they said, and then they're trying to get into the meeting and we didn't pick them up. And it's, so just make sure, even if you're not speaking, you're there and prepared to participate if the need should arise. I'm also going to point out that we do not have the full board here tonight. We have 4 people, which is a quorum. You would need to have 3 of those votes to be approved. So if you're not comfortable with that and wish to defer until the full board's present, you can certainly do that without prejudice. And that said, let's begin. I should introduce the board members, by the way. Myself, I'm Bill Binzer, I'm the chair. Athena Makesh, Yvonne Levin, and Cindy Lee. And then we have the Amber Nowak and Barbara Ritter here as well. And I think Dennis Strogan, the building inspector, and Charlie Gottlieb, the village attorney, are also here. Okay. That said, let's get started. And the first order of business would be the approval of the minutes. We have minutes from both last meeting and the meeting before, which weren't ready to be circulated in time for the last meeting. So let's start with the May 20th to 2021 minutes. And if you've all had a chance to review that, are there any comments or questions on those minutes? Okay, there being no comments or questions, could I have a motion to approve them? Or to vote?
Motion.
Yes.
Second.
Okay, any opposed? Okay, and then similarly, the minutes from the June 1st meeting. Does anybody have any questions or comments on those? Okay. And then again, motion to vote on it.
Motion.
Second. Any opposed?
Nope.
Okay, very good. All right, so then we will start with continued business carried over from previous sessions. And the first application in that regard is 275 Mamaroneck Avenue. The applicant here.
Hello, this is Adam Bartlett, and I believe also our architect, Barry Hearn, is on. There's Barry, yep. I'm with the Life Church. I was here a couple of meetings ago, I would believe. So good evening.
Good evening, welcome back.
Guys again.
Evening.
Okay, and I assume Barry's going to do the presenting here.
Yes, if I could share my screen. Let's see here. Y'all see that?
Yes,
Yes.
we do.
Okay, what I've started with here is a survey of our property. We haven't had a site plan, so to speak, because mainly the only thing we were doing on the exterior of the building was painting and redoing the front. We weren't adding on any additions or anything. You can tell this back is like a little service yard, a loading dock back here. There was an HVAC unit. We're replacing it to serve our new building in the same place. The left side of the building, there is an adjoining building back to this point, and we're planning on painting all of that. The right side of the building, there's the covered walkway with the, I think the way it's technically done is whoever had the property originally granted an easement to the city for that walkway. But we're not planning on doing any work on the walkway. Zoom in a little closer here. This is actually the front of our building and the property line. So like I said, we were trying to avoid doing any work going across that line just because we didn't know what the city approval would be like for that. So our intent is just to do stuff on the surface of the building. The building right now, or had been divided into two tenants. One was a drugstore, one was a cleaner. The demarcation line was right in here somewhere. The drugstore had about 2/3 of the space, maybe a little bit more, and the cleaner had a little bit less. As it is built right now, there's a recessed entry into this space, and there was a recessed entry into this space. And we're planning on smoothing this entry up. We're not going to have the recess there. We will have the recess here. We're maintaining it. Along the sidewalk, this survey gives you what's really there. There's a big crosswalk. There's some on-street parking right there. There's a bicycle rack, a tree, and this is the bench right here. And I think there's another tree at the other end of the property, right there. Any questions?
No, that's so far so good. Sounds clear enough.
Okay, this photograph is just what's there now, the existing building. When we came before the board, I didn't think we had a photo of this. This is our building right here. It has a metal siding across the top. That's the darker color. And this is like a stucco type surface here. And the rest of this is storefront there. And then below the stucco and the storefront was brick veneer. These are our two adjoining tenants, and you can see our building is almost as tall as this two-story building, although we only have 1 story. So our challenge was trying to get it to match some of the existing village buildings to come down. And we think we've done a little bit better job on that this time around. This would be the front elevation of our building. We've gone ahead and reduced the amount of stucco we've had and made it just kind of our sign panel right here. The rest of this, we want to do some brick veneer across the top with a little detailing brick soldier courses. And we were able to add another window into this area to take away that big blank wall we had right there. These are existing openings that have storefront in them now. Would be replacing that. And this is a new opening, and this will be our second entry along this road. And we're doing that with new storefront also. And I'll go ahead and show you. This is the drawing we submitted to the city for a permit. It's coming through really dark. I'm sorry it's doing that, but the dark areas are the existing brick veneer on all the other building faces that we want to paint. There is one thing we're not real sure about, and we're hoping to work it out with the city. There's a mural right here, pretty big mural. We haven't been able to find out the significance of that, and we would like to paint over it if possible, but we got it blocked out just to make sure the city will be okay with that.
I think the significance of it is it was painted by a local school group.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not. There's other parties concerned with that. I'm not sure who says if you can or cannot paint over it, but we could find that out, I suppose.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question, Barry? I
Sure.
noticed on here you have the sign kind of detailed. Is before the sign was not a part of the application. Is the sign a part or not a part? The
I
sign?
would like to make it a part of this application if we can. I have another slide with it, dealing with it separately.
Okay.
That I think we've complied with the city requirements. It'll
Okay.
come up in just a minute. We were able to do a rendering of the building and place it in the, Photoshop it into the existing street scene like that. These are the colors. We think the little bit darker brown would be better. And we really liked, we've played with the sign area, the amount of stucco we had there. I think at one version, we had it starting about here and going all the way over to this storefront. We thought that was too big. The next version, we started here and went about where it starts right now, and we thought that was too small. So we've ended up with kind of this compromise, not over the entire glass area, but kind of centered over it, just to equal things out. The canopy, we want to do a standing seam metal canopy along the front, and it would be dark bronze, the same color as our storefront. And then add a little bit of brick detail, and this would be a seal, which would be continued all the way down the building. A double brick soldier course up here, and then one right above there. And you can see this tree, there's the existing tree on the other side of the building. And we do have one down there. There's the bike rack. This is what it would look like in relationship to the other two buildings on the left-hand side. We do not have a photograph of what it would look like on this building over here. The tree has always been in the way. And like I said, you ask about the sign. This is the total width of the stucco band. It would be painted white or an off-white, similar beige, something like that. The lettering, I think we were allowed to have 18 inches high.
Yeah.
And I think our logo was allowed to be 30 inches high, and our logo is square. So we went ahead and just made it 30 inches square. And then the letters balanced out better with the 14-inch or 16-inch high life lettering. And then for the church, we just made it 8-inch. And the sign will be lit at night. Backlit.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, these are colors.
By backlit, you mean it's I assume you mean there's solid letters and there's
Yeah.
light shining on the stucco behind them?
Well, it's really lit. Backlit was the wrong word. They're lit letters.
They're okay, so they're illuminated letters.
Right, right.
Okay.
I think, well, sorry, just to clarify there, it's a solid metal letter, but the back of the letter is open or has clear plastic on it, and it has light.
So it will be an outline. My fault on that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
It's
the
not like-
light shines onto the stucco, not onto the street.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
got it. Thank you.
And final slide we have are just the colors. This would be the brown. This would be the white. Storefront is just dark bronze. You see it everywhere. Nothing special there. And the face of the letters during the day would be an aluminum silver looking type color.
Okay.
And that pretty much is it.
Okay. Well, I first of all, I'd like to say I appreciate you've obviously made a real effort to bring this and tie it into the streetscape. Quite dramatically. Quite a good effort there. And appreciate that.
Well, our problem to begin with is my personal feeling. Adam might not like me saying it, but the building we had didn't fit your village street there to begin with.
I'm agreeing with you on that.
It's a huge improvement over what it looked like before, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate the effort.
There's still some limitations to it. Like I said, we've got almost a 2-story space with a 1-story building.
Mm-hmm.
And that was still a challenge to us also. But we've been playing around with it a great deal.
Okay, well, having said that, let's start with the building itself, and then we can talk about the sign
Mhm.
separately. Well, I don't know if that makes sense either, because the sign's part of the whole composition. So let me just open it up and see if I mean, I think the sign is conforming, as you said. So let me just open it up and let's see if any of the other board members have comments or questions.
I think the finishes look very pretty. I like that dark bronze. I like the touch of that. And an interesting comment on the side. I know we had all talked about the side alley before. And it was interesting to note that it's really part of the town, right? You were just saying?
Yes,
And-
ma'am. According to the survey, it shows an easement granted to the city like that. I have not investigated, but I took it as the city has control over that more so than the owners of the building.
Mhm.
The owners of the building, in other words, can't do anything in that area.
Yeah, I understand.
That wall has to be maintained. And we actually, just to comment on the color, we had a lighter color. In fact, I had a bunch of it. We played with a lot of colors on the color of the canopy. And we all kept coming back that the dark bronze looked the best.
Yeah, the canopy's a nice touch.
It is a nice touch. I like it.
A little bit more permanent than fabric awning too. It should hold up a whole lot better.
Mm.
Okay, Yvonne, Athena, do you have any questions or comments?
No, the letters you said they are aluminum, the signage, aluminum,
The face.
brushed
of it is-
aluminum,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
face,
Right.
brushed aluminum. Okay.
Let's see.
And the whole thing is it's illuminated. So yeah, if we get a close up, that would be
Yeah,
great.
it's kind of it would shine on the wall at night at back. And so you have kind of an outline of the letters is the way it
Okay.
works.
Is the letters as well as the logo
Yes,
illuminated?
ma'am.
I assume. Okay. Okay. All right.
When there's the color of the face.
Mm-hmm.
Bill,
Right.
Bill,
Pardon me?
Bill,
Yes?
as far as I know, we do not have a sign permit application, so the sign should not be.
Oh, okay. Okay, Barry, so Barbara's just advised me that you haven't filed a signed permit application.
Okay, we'll take care of that on the next meeting.
Okay, so we can comment on a general
Okay.
way, whether we like it or not, but we can't approve it.
Yeah, we wanted to design the sign to make sure that it was, that it, for our purposes here, because it is such an integral part to the facade upgrade that at least it conforms from from a big picture status. There might be some details that we need to work on, but we just wanted it to not throw us off for this meeting.
Okay.
Well, I think it's nice that you included it for this meeting as a visual as to the overall aesthetic, right?
Yes, ma'am. To us, it's part of the building. Like I
Could
said,
I trouble you to show the front elevation again, straight on? There. I mean, it's a small comment and it's subjective. I wonder if the sign might look nicer, kind of centered over one of the groups of windows as opposed to the two groups.
I have the same opinion.
like I said, we play with a lot of
more in the-
different places and size.
Yeah.
And this is the one we came back. The entrance on our right goes into what we call the lobby or commons area of the church. So it's
Right.
kind of the main entrance. And so that's why we were kind of emphasizing that area there.
Well, I was actually thinking of moving it a little to the right over those first three windows as opposed to.
Again, like I said, we had one where it
Did that.
went from like right here to right there.
Mhm.
And it really, we
Yeah, I think
kept
we
coming
even-
back to this one.
Yeah, Barry, I think we even had one, Bill, where you suggested, and from what we saw, it just felt like it really, it made that stretch up top, that big the big band up top just feel a
On the
lot
left side.
longer and kind of, I don't know.
Too long, right?
Yeah,
Too
yeah,
long
it
at the
didn't help break it up. Because that was one of our
Mhm.
concerns, coming in here is like, I think this does a good job of breaking up that band without it being, trying to do different
Yeah.
colors or
Yeah,
something.
like I said, it was a minor thought. There's something just a little awkward about it that being bisected below by that brick thing, but probably from the street level, that may not be such a visible condition as it is in this kind of a
And
drawing.
I think, Bill, too, it looks like, correct me if I'm wrong, the main doors are recessed. So for me, this works because it does
Yeah.
sort of highlight where there's so many doors. It's a little confusing on where you go in, but the sign, I feel like, helps.
lanes.
Mhm,
These doors are recessed. These will not be.
mhm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay. Where did those doors go? I thought, before I recall, you had restrooms there and it was a
Oh,
problem.
well, it comes into the side lobby. The restrooms are kind of right behind here.
Okay.
And this is kind of the edge of the lobby. If you take it on down, there's a corridor that forms that we have classrooms on
Okay.
either side of it.
Yeah, I remember that in the plan.
And then it wraps on around the commons or lobby area, comes on around. There's a classroom probably equal with that column. And then this portion of the lobby goes back all the way to the worship room, which is across the rear of the building.
Okay. Well, that's a big step, adding that fenestration there and breaking that blank wall up. I think that was the part we were struggling with the most, is having a big blank wall on the
Right.
pedestrian street level, and you've really, you've really alleviated that, I think,
Yeah.
substantially. I think
Is
I say it doesn't.
Y'all had some good
Fine.
suggestions.
Yeah.
are the windows on the very left real glass,
Yes, ma'am. No
or is
real
it?
glass. It may
Okay.
be covered by a curtain, but they are real glass.
Yeah, and what was the function behind it? You said
In that particular space, there's a utility room.
utility room. Okay. Got you.
But
Okay.
it does help the exterior of the building.
Yes, I think it does. I think it helps. The canopy helps, and the amount of glass, it's a little bit more balanced. It's better. It looks more like storefront.
And
It
also
helps.
some of the glass being vertical, I think that helps break it up. I think
Mm-hmm.
visually you've done a very good job breaking it up. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Right, well,
Yes.
so let's see if
And
are there any.
we
Go ahead.
experimented with splitting the canopy into having a gap there in the middle, like right in here. And we felt it looked like we were trying too much to make it two buildings when we did that. And we really didn't want it. We wanted it to appear as one whole. And so
Mhm.
we liked the canopy coming across all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think largely it's successful. You've done that. Let me ask, Amber, are there any audience members who wish to comment or?
I do not see anyone with their hand raised indicating that they wish to speak.
Okay. Do we have any further questions or comments from the board, or can we go ahead and vote? And if so, can I have a motion?
I motion.
Second? Anybody?
We could just
I say.
Okay.
clarify for the,
All right.
clarify for the record what the motion is.
The motion is to vote on the application to approve it, to approve the design with the exception of the sign, which has to be deferred pending a sign permit application.
Great, thank you.
Okay,
Mhm.
so that's, I think I think we've had a motion in a second, so
Mhm.
we'll do this, well, all in favor? I guess I'll roll call it. Yvonne?
Yes,
Okay, Cindy,
Yes.
Athena,
Yep.
and I'm in favor too. Okay, so good. Thank you again for really working with us and
Mhm.
Mhm.
making that fit in. I think the improvements you made are dramatic and it looks good. Thank you very much.
Well, we appreciate it. And I think, like I said, y'all had some good suggestions, so we appreciate the help.
It's a better fit.
Mhm. Sure.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks.
all right. I'm going to step away for just a second, Amber, but I'll be right back.
It was nice to meet everyone. I think that was all I was on duty for this evening. So
Okay.
Nice to meet you too, Charlie.
you too,
Yes.
back to bath time and bedtime for the kids.
Okay.
Have fun.
Nice meeting you.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry. All right, let's move on now to new business. And the first application is 1000 Grecian Point Road.
Mhm.
Good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Hello, members of the board. I'm Sean Jansky, landscape architect. I have my associate landscape architect Caitlin on the call as well. We're here for Neil and Corinne Zola, the homeowners who are requesting permission to put in an in-ground swimming pool. I'd like to think that this is a pretty straightforward project. It's a, if you'd like, I'll share my screen so you can look at the
Mhm.
Can you see that?
Yes.
So I have a photograph of the yard
Mhm.
along
Yes.
a rendering on the left. It's a
Mhm.
pretty wide open, nice backyard, a lot of sun. We've proposed a pool, right in the middle of the property, well within the setback requirements. It's very well
Mhm.
screened. As you can see, we're going to add a few more trees just to kind of finish it off. It'll be kind of a traditional in-ground swimming pool with a stone patio to match the rest of the stone patio on the back of the house. It's going to have an automatic cover. The pool equipment is going to be screened with evergreens and also meeting setback requirements. And be happy to answer any questions.
Okay. Well, for a start, what are the green things? Benches, hedges?
They're trees. Also, as a little background, we've been before the planning board and with these same plans, and we received a memo and ultimate approval from them and from the village's landscape consultant. But the green circles are some additional evergreen trees.
I meant the green things by the pool that are sort of
The
U-shaped.
C-shape. Yeah,
Oh,
or U-shape.
those are just landscape areas. I'll zoom in a little bit. Those are
Oh, like,
okay.
like flower beds or something.
yeah, flower beds.
Okay.
Mhm.
The other question I had looking at this earlier is I'm unclear on the fencing situation. I know there's some existing chain link fence, some existing wood fence, and I think some new fence, and I couldn't kind of figure it out. Could you just, since that's the part that you kind of see if you're out on the street, could you just walk us through the fencing?
Sure. I'll pull that picture. So there exists along the right side this wood fence that you see here, and it meets pool code, and we will continue to use that. To meet the pool barrier code, we're going to extend it to connect to the back corner of the house. So you can see that blue line there on the drawing. Oops. I can.
Okay.
I guess I don't see the blue line on the drawing.
Okay, let me zoom in. That might make it a little easier. Give that a second. There you go.
Okay, so it's in those thin line with the X on it is the fence. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then running along the back, along the rear yard left property line, which is very well planted with a lot of dense evergreens and things like that, will be a code compliant black vinyl chain link fence.
Okay, now it looked like that part of that is part of that existing and being replaced. Is that what's happening? Or?
Exactly. So it meets the the pool code for strength and for that purpose.
And the blue part in the front that you see from the front, what is that then?
That would be the wood fence. The parts that connect to the house would be the more decorative two-sided fence that looks good from both directions.
On both sides.
Okay.
On both sides, right?
Exactly. Two-sided or good looking on both sides.
Got it.
Okay. Okay. Then the property to the left is the one with the chain link? Or?
Correct. That's right.
Okay. Okay.
I saw you had some pictures somewhere of it, but it looks like a chain link fence.
Yeah, there's a lot of trees.
Black one.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's screaming for a pool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of space. Yeah.
I think
That is nice.
we'd all be happy with that much room. So it works well.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the trees are great too.
It's quite a forest there. Okay.
And then the materials. Did you have the materials for the pool, the deck, and everything?
Yeah. It's basically going to be a flagstone or bluestone, which is the same material that's on the back patio. So a traditional flagstone / bluestone patio.
Okay.
And I believe your pool equipment is in a shielded area up in the upper left corner. Maybe you want to just show that. I remember.
Yeah.
There, but
Right.
so people can see.
Yeah,
For the record there.
Can you see that here in the back? So it's a pretty good distance from any house.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And
Yeah, that's
that
perfect.
back and will be screened.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And then you said, yeah, you have an automatic cover for the pool.
An automatic safety.
Yeah. And then there's a fire pit as well. Is that the circle?
Exactly.
Yeah. What is it going to be? How are you going to build it?
It's just a low field stone circle with a gas burning fire feature.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions, comments from the board? Are there any audience members that have any questions or comments, Amber?
I do not see anyone who wishes to speak.
Okay, Dennis, I know you're on here. Do you have any, I know sometimes you have questions on the pools, so I don't know if you are okay with it or you have questions or comments?
Thank you. Yes, I do. On the fire pit, what's the clearance from the fire pit to the structure?
Greater than 10 feet.
Excellent. Okay, that's it. Everything else I'll handle as it comes in for a building permit application. Thank you.
I have a quick question just because I'm curious. So you have two pool covers, is that right? One over the spa and one over the pool. How do they connect? I'm just curious. I haven't seen that before.
you can kind of make out, I'll show you. Do you see the kind of rectangle outline next to each one? That's where the hidden automatic cover resides.
Yeah.
For the spa, it extends over and covers the spa, and for the pool, it extends from the deep end and covers the pool.
So it ends like the pool coping?
It's under the pool coping.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Well, it looks nice. It's
Okay.
pretty big too. Yeah.
All right, well, I think we can get a motion to vote on it then.
I motion.
And a second,
Second.
okay, and going through Athena,
I'm good.
Cindy,
Yes.
Yvonne,
Yes.
and I'm good as well. Okay,
Great.
thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much. Thank you, Amber, and thank you for the board.
You bet. Okay, then the next applicant is 218 Highview Street.
If you could raise your hand so that I can promote you to speak.
Hello.
Hello.
So we just have a proposal for a solar installation at this address, a 9.085 kW, 21 panels, none visible from the road as far as I could tell. Not sure what else you want to get into.
Now, do you have a plan or something you could share of it?
I have multiple screens open on one screen, and honestly, I can try.
I'll present the materials.
Thank you. That'd be easier.
I think it's fairly straightforward, but
Yeah.
Just for the recording and everything, it should be. You should look at it.
Right. So you're gonna share?
Yes, I'm just downloading the materials, so it'll take me a moment.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
One more down.
Oh no. Yeah.
There we go.
Right there.
and then the next one has the
Yeah, there's the house.
So those are like the two primary
Yeah.
that we probably want to look at.
Okay, so here.
Okay, can you, Lorraine, can you orient people, like this is the front of the house, this is where they are in the accessory building, where the street is, show us the rendering, just walk us through it real quick.
Just a little chat, yeah. So R1, R2, and R3 are facing the back, like the yard. So where it's not a labeled MP, but the farthest to the right, where it shows roof access and it's got the larger gray square rectangle, is the road facing side. So everything seems to be oriented to not be visible from the road, more or less. Not sure what other orientation you might.
Maybe scroll down just a hair,
Yeah.
Amber, so people can see the rendering.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're done, yeah.
Good.
So
Oh.
you can see how it orients. So obviously the picture in the upper right corner is the front of the home. And then there's like a garage in the back where you would see that smaller structure on the left indicates a few panels there. But primarily all on the sides you can't see in this rendering, but then the lower to the right would be that smaller garage structure. And the MP that is visible would be where the panels are going on that one.
Okay, and as I recall, your back neighbor is like the throughway or something, right?
Yeah, there's not, like, if you look at the aerial from Google, there's really nobody peeking in and seeing much of that. And yes, I believe we tried to, because we tried to get the photos for that were labeled, etc. We couldn't get any kind of Google Maps image because the Google Maps image indicated the wall for the highway. So they're like, well, we can't get pictures that way.
Now, is it possible to look at the panels again? They seem a little sort of, I know they are not visible. I mean, you were looking at the main facade.
Yes.
But still, I mean, would it be, they're like different sizes as well?
No.
Panels? No?
No, all the
They
panels
look-
are the same brand, same size.
It's
just orientation, and it's just kind of how they render.
Amber,
But
could
they
you
are
go
all
down a
the
little further to the drawing that shows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the cut sheets will show, because the cut sheets that are attached for the panels indicate the sizes and whatnot.
I don't know.
Yeah, see.
To me, I mean, it looks a little chaotic. I know people, I don't know, somebody might be able to see them and they look a little chaotic. I wonder if you couldn't use the other side, you know, the house on the left.
That's the
And you
front
had,
of the house.
yes, right. And then you're putting them on the back, but you're splitting them 1, 7, and 2. And then the other one, I wonder if you could balance it. Would it be possible since you're
Not-
putting,
Not with like fire setbacks and with the ridges, because like what was that, R2, I believe, that the pointy part with the 5 on the home, that ridge there is going to cause issues. So I mean, you might be able to fit one in that lower, I don't know how to indicate, but like the where there's the 7, you might be able to fit one there and maybe remove the slightly awkward sideways one, but and I think if you put them across the top of that ridge, you would have issues with hitting the peak of the ridge.
Mm.
See what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
not really sure how
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, given that they're not so visible from the street, I don't want to make too much of a deal of this, but I'm just curious myself. Up there
Yeah.
at the top, there's those 2 that send by themselves. I'm just curious why the one that goes
Sideways like that.
sideways, it doesn't go the same way as the other one.
It might be because that might be why there isn't okay, so you've got the 7 on the bottom. I think that's why there's not a third one wide, is because that corner probably comes like potentially too close to that ridge line. And so that's why because if it was turned the other way, it might hit that ridge.
It's funny because it looks like it touches the ridge line.
I know.
And the other way, you'd have more
I
clearance.
know.
I know.
It does. It does. At least, it does look like it's touching it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It looks
So
like
I
it's
was-
so much
yeah.
make more sense to go the other
know.
way. I can't help but wonder why you put it that way.
I don't know the
Yeah.
actual numbers, and I'm not the person who designs them. I assume it's a mathematical reason, because he's not this awkwardly. He's more talented than this might indicate. We'll put it that way, because there had to have been a reason. Because it's probably just like an inch or 2 or something to that effect, because we do try to make them as attractive as possible.
So you're saying the area looking again.
Yes.
Look at the 7 panels, then
Yes.
go to
Right.
the right, and you have 3, 4,
Yeah.
5.
Yep.
Would you be able to put some over that where it says roof access? So typically, I know, is that
I don't know.
no,
if
but
that's-
roof access is the 3 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Just to
Yeah.
organize
Oh, like maybe
things.
flip those 2 onto that MP. I don't know if it's for
Yeah.
the visibility of it, because that side would be more visible from like where these are kind of nestling it all into the same visibility area. I really am not
I see.
100%. You see what, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
I mean, theoretically, I could ask exactly what those numbers are and how close, but I'm sure he would have not put them sideways. Like that's not, it's not even more convenient for the installers by any means whatsoever to have them going in different directions. So it has to have been for some sort of logistical, what have you.
Well, like I was saying before, I mean, it's not visible, just, except from your own backyard, and it affects
even
your
the yard
property value. But it is curious why.
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at it goes, yeah, why in the world would you do that? But
solar
anyway.
is kind of fun like that. Yeah, exactly. And even the yard itself kind of dips down, like there's a step down. So I don't even know how visible these are given how tall the building itself is, even from the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, if I may, this is Assistant Building Inspector Dennis Strogan.
Yes,
so that
hello.
part of the house, how you doing? So this looks like that part of the house is the southeast of the home, which has the most sun for the course of the day.
Right.
Probably why that configuration is set like that.
Oh, yeah,
and those
that too.
2 panels to complete the circuit and go down to where the riser would be. That's probably why they chose that configuration. I'm okay.
Yeah, for production.
Yeah, I don't think we were even thinking so much of the configuration as, I mean, as to which roofs they put it on, as to just why they turned that one 90 degrees. Just seems, but anyway, okay. Any comments from the, or questions from the audience, Amber?
I do not see anyone who wishes to speak.
Okay. Can I see if we can get a motion to vote on it? Somebody?
I motion.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did somebody second it? I didn't hear.
I'll second if I didn't get the primary.
Okay, thank you. Okay, this is just a vote. Okay. Okay, Cindy?
Yes.
Yvonne?
Yeah.
Athena?
Yep.
I'm good too. Okay, very good. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Okay. Okay, the next application then is 722 Guion Drive.
If the applicant could raise their hand, I can promote you to speak. Thank you.
Hello there, Brendan and Jessica Lewis, and our architect is on the line as well, who can walk you through all the particulars.
Who's your architect?
Annie Menace.
You can hear me? Can you see me or?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
See me. I've had this problem with my computer. So maybe I can join on my. Okay. There you are. Okay, so I am Annie Menace. I am working with Jessica and Brendan on 722 Guion Drive. It is a lovely little roundabout cul-de-sac on the Guion Creek here in the village of Mamaroneck. It's a nice little community of 5 or 6 different houses, and Jessica and Brendan have lived there for a variety of years. The renovation we're doing is largely interior, but we were flagged for the exterior review because we are making a minor exterior change. I would like to share my screen, which, do you see how, oh, here, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen, there we go. All right, so basically we live on this lovely little, it's an unusual little part of Mamaroneck from my understanding. I've worked in Mamaroneck a couple different times, but it's a neat little property. It's right on the creek and there's only a few houses there. And what I think is kind of interesting is like naturally these homes have sort of worked together. There's these little families that live on this little cul-de-sac, if you want to call it that. And the properties, if they weren't built that way, they have naturally sort of made this nice little congruity between them. And this property is lovely. It needs work. We're working on the interior on this project mainly, but the only exterior change we're making is really over this porch, the existing, if you want to call it a sun porch. It's an unusual feature for a home, but we are planning to enclose it and make it part of the main house. So we're going to be making a master bedroom there, hopefully, and we're not changing the exterior at all. We're matching the existing siding. We're going to be including a couple new windows and matching the roof. But from the front, we're really trying to kind of maintain the changes that Jessica and Brendan have already made. They have already made like nice, just simple improvements to the home that needed it. It was built, you know, it's basically an 80s house that needed sort of a refresh, but it's a nice change. I think what we're trying to do is very subtle. So if you can imagine, there's an unusual feature over the current garage that is currently an open sun porch. And if we can switch to, we're not changing much as far as what it looks like, I guess is my point. But so we submitted these drawings to the building department, and these are the current exterior elevations. So what we had just looked at in photo, this is what we look at in exterior elevations. There's an exterior open porch here, and on the side, there are 2 windows, and there is an existing bubble in the back. And just to show you what that looks like, right? Bear with me here, sorry. This is helpful. Okay, so these are some photos of the existing house. We're not changing the exterior. None of the facade is changing except for this porch that we're looking to enclose.
Mm-hmm.
And the back bubble, basically. And if we can go back to our original drawings to simplify everything, what we submitted to you was showing you this house with this little porch. It's an unusual feature, like I said, it's unusual, but we're not trying to change the exterior. So on our facade, we're basically, if we can toggle between sheet 500, which is what you have been submitted, 500, and then we can go to 502. So what we're trying to do is enclose it. So if we look at this facade.
Andy, could you zoom in a bit? It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, it's the same facade. It's basically, we're matching the exterior. So it currently has a painted brick, staggered pattern, and you know, shutters, and we're basically including, if we can toggle between the two, which we can, if I go back, you know, this is the exterior right now. And what we're trying to do is just include 2 windows.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of simple. And we're not changing any other facade, 0 other facades. They're all staying exactly the same. It's an interior renovation. We're renovating the bathrooms and the kitchens. You know, it's not a renovation where we're focused on the exterior. It's just because, but we want to be conscious of the exterior as well. So, want to maintain, but we're painting it exactly the same color. It is dove white, currently dove white. It was repainted a couple years ago. Just to go back, it's dove white. The front door is hail navy. and we are maintaining that. And we're just going to be inserting 2 windows into this area. And the side of the elevation is not changing. The back is not changing, with the exception of what I wanted to show you earlier, which is this picture where there is currently a McDonald's bubble that we are removing. And we are going to put a simple framed dining room structure over it. Basically, we're trying to take
Which takes up the same area. Do you have a plan?
We do, yeah. So we have full plans and we also have structural plans. So we are.
I just wanted to see the depth.
Yeah.
Of that.
So basically, I mean, we have elevations and plans. So basically, if we can toggle, this is what we're doing, and we're just trying to keep it simple. We're not trying to reinvent this house from the outside. We're trying to just complement it and pay attention to these proportions that are already there within the house and improve it, so if we can toggle between sheet 503 and sheet 501, currently there's this bubble, right? So we're going to remove that, and we're just putting a simple shedded structure. And if we can go to the plan, to your point, thank you. So in general, let's go to the existing plans. There is the kitchen here on the first floor and a powder room. And here is the dining room. This is where that bubble is in the back. So we're keeping the kitchen here. We're not changing that. We're keeping the kitchen here. We're reinventing it a little bit. And the powder room, we're keeping here. Dining room, we're keeping here. But it's an interior, it's really like a finishes and moving a couple of walls. It's not changing the exterior. The only thing is this exterior bubble bothers us because it is part of a different generation. It's leaks. I mean, it's not a good thing to have on the house. So we want to change it. And we're just proposing a very simple, dormered little shed in the back, not trying to make it. And there is the historical equivalent of the existing porch as well. Like if we go back to just the language of the house has this kind of long shed. So we felt that a very simple solution was just a little shed, right? With some windows. There's gonna be the dining room table there. It's nice, it also complements this other structure that is currently there. So we're trying to kind of pick up on some of these architectural cues that are in the house already as far as any change that we're making. So in the front, we're trying not to change anything. We're really trying to just make it blend. And that's why we're enclosing it with shuttered windows, exactly the same as we have. And I feel like the proportion of the windows, we really tried to adhere to that. And then in the back, we're just replacing the bubble with something that complements this other funny little structure over here, but is in congruency with the house as it is now, making it simple. We're trying to keep the renovation very nice and simple, and a little bit bringing back a little bit more of that historical language, perhaps, that could be there. But the point of the renovation.
What's the siding material?
What's that? We're matching everything. So basically, the current siding material is a mixture of vinyl, and there's a little bit of some hardy board from like 10 years ago, but we're matching the hardy board in the back where we're changing anything.
Okay, so in the front, where the new addition, where's hardy board, where's vinyl?
Okay, so the front is mostly vinyl. So in the front, we're planning on matching it best we can, probably with either vinyl or hardy board, whichever we deem together best. But at this point, we're happy to do whatever. I think we're trying not to really make this renovation an exterior renovation for cost for the client as well. Like we're trying to match it.
I understand that it'll all.
So I think
you can. I was asking specifically what the materials were.
Yeah. I think it's vinyl in the front. I believe it's vinyl in the front.
And you're not sure if you're going to be matching it with more vinyl or with, well, it's set back there on the left anyway, right? It's not in the same plane.
I'll hop in. The front is actually hardy board. So we'll just match the hardy board and paint it. The sides are the vinyl. Yeah.
And
Okay,
we
so the front's
replaced-
hardy
we
board, so you're
replaced
going to
the
continue
front
with hardy board?
about a year ago.
Pardon me?
Sorry, we replaced the front with the hardy board about 1.5 years, 2 years ago.
Okay, so the whole front and everything I see in the front elevation, except for the brick, of course, and all that is going to be hardy board.
Yep.
The sides are vinyl.
Yep.
And the back is the back. Okay, thank you.
Andrea, is there a photo from the back of the house?
Yes, so bear with me here. This is that we want to replace this thing,
Okay.
you know?
Yes, now you're not changing anything with the deck. Everything remains the same, correct?
So we've
It
done a
looks like
fair
it.
amount of determining. There is a concrete foundation that we can build upon. We're not the deck, like the deck is as is. It's staying, but there's plenty of room to build upon. So we're trying not to. Ultimately, our goal for this is, because our renovation is largely interior, we're just trying to make it very simple. We've determined that we have foundation, we know we can build upon it. We want to build something that just sort of fits within this house and not try to reinvent the wheel, you know?
Right, yeah. And then on the second floor, the master bedroom that you're building, you're leaving a little balcony in the back as well, correct?
Yeah, so this site is very neat because it's a funny little spot in Mamaroneck where you have this view to this little creek. So we are leaving a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep it open and simple.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah. Okay.
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 Any other comments from the board, questions? Amber, anybody in the audience?
I do not see anyone who wishes to speak.
Okay. And if there's no further comments from the board or building department, then I guess can we have a motion to vote?
I motion.
I second.
Okay, very good. Let's see, Cindy,
Yes.
we vote yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yvonne,
Yes.
Athena?
Yes.
Okay, I'm good as well. Very good. Thank you.
Yay, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. And now we're at 409 Valencia Avenue.
Good evening. My name is
Good evening.
Raul. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Great. I'm the architect for John and Maureen Cotter, and I'd like to take you through the project that we're proposing. If I could share the screen, that would be terrific. Yes, I'm going to try to share my screen here. Let's take a look. Okay. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes.
All right, great. So what we're proposing here, this is an existing two-family home. John and Maureen have lived in the house for several years and their family has grown. So we're looking to convert the house from a two-family to a single family. We're proposing to do a small addition on the rear of the house to make the kitchen a little larger. We're proposing a new deck, a two-car garage in the rear left-hand corner back here. And that's pretty much what we are proposing to do. And I'd like to go ahead and take you through the project. This is the existing survey. The existing house sits towards the front of the house. Driveway comes to the back, and this is where they park currently. So this is the proposed site plans. This is the existing site plan here. This is the proposed. So I'm just going to zoom in just a little bit here. So there's this is the side entrance for the apartment that goes up to the second floor. We're proposing to remove this area, this platform and steps. We're also going to remove a platform and steps at the rear so we can do the addition, and it's also going to allow us to do a deck. And then this is the location of our new garage. So on the proposed site plan, this is our new 2-car garage, the rear of the property. This is our new deck here. This is the tiny addition that we're doing here to the back of the house. And we're removing the front steps are now gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just moving on a little bit here. These are the existing floor plans. The basement is pretty much staying as is. This is the first floor. So we're removing these steps here. This is the apartment on the second floor, which now becomes part of the house, just turning it into a single family home.
Mm-hmm.
These are the existing elevations. We're also replacing all of the exterior windows.
Mm.
This is the new floor plan. So this is our small addition here, making the kitchen larger. And this is our new deck.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just scrolling through this. This is the new second floor. So the second floor now becomes part of the first floor. This is the steps that come up to the second floor, and it's all bedrooms and bathrooms up on the second floor.
Mm.
Okay, so the exterior elevations. So this is the main front door to the house, which stays. That's existing to remain. There was a door here that went upstairs that was for the apartment. We're getting rid of the door. We're replacing that with the window, the siding. We fill that in to match existing, and we got rid of the platform and the steps. We're also getting rid of a small railing that's up here on the right-hand side of the house. So this is a little bump out here. So we got rid of the railing. We got rid of the door that led out to the railing, and we're filling that in, siding to match existing. The siding of the houses is currently aluminum. So we're just going to match wherever we're doing additions or patching, that's what we're going to use. From the side of the house, you can see the new deck, composite railing and decking. And then from the rear, this is our new addition right here. This small section here is what we're adding to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. And then you can see the new deck. All new doors and windows throughout. And then on the left-hand side, you can see the deck here. The roofing stays, siding stays. We're just replacing windows and the deck, the addition. And then I'm going to show you the garage now. Okay, so this is what we're proposing for the garage. It's a simple 2-car garage.
Mm-hmm.
The siding is vinyl siding. It'll be white to match the color of the house, and the roof will also match the roofing of the house. We have 2 garage doors and then a door on the side of the house, on the side of the garage. It's simple 2-car garage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I believe I have some photographs here. Okay, so this is the front of the house. Front of the house remains. You can see these are the steps that we're getting rid of. This door leads to the apartment that's upstairs. This door turns into a window. And this is the railing for the balcony that gets removed. We remove that railing. And this door, if you can see it there, that gets removed.
Mm-hmm.
This is the left-hand side of the house. Nothing really changes here, just windows. This is the neighbor to the left. The neighbor to the right.
Mhm.
And this is from the property looking towards the rear of the property. So this, where the cars are, is basically where the location of the new garage is. That's what we're proposing, is the new garage to be located back here.
Mhm.
This is a little farther back, looking at the same area. So this is where we're proposing our small addition. So there's a little area here already. We're basically taking this and extending it over to line up with the wall of the second floor right here.
Mhm.
This platform gets removed. The railing up here gets removed.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna, the siding, we're matching all new doors and windows. And then this gives you a shot from the backyard looking at the house. I mean, it's blocked by the
Mhm.
bushes and the trees, but just a shot from the back. No real work here, just windows. And I think that's it. I just have some documents in case you guys wanted to see them, but that's pretty much what we're proposing.
Mhm.
That's our presentation, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Okay. I guess I have one question I wanted to address. Could you go back to the site plan?
Sure.
And can you zoom in on the proposed site plan? Oh, zoom in so I can see. Okay. Now, so the garage, as I understand it, you need to relocate that garage a bit to the right, yes?
Yes, I had some discussions earlier today with the building inspector, Frank, and it seems like we have a little issue here, right? We need to move the garage over 2 feet so that we make this dimension 8 feet right here.
Right, that was my understanding. So my question is that if, when you move it over 2 feet, it no longer is lining up with the driveway thing there. And I wondered how you were going to be handling all of that.
Well, what I'm gonna have to do by moving this garage over 2 feet, I'm gonna have to take this driveway, the curb here, and I'm gonna have to take it and very gently bring it around so that it
Mhm.
comes to this point like this. So I am gonna have to take a little bit of yard, but I'm gonna try to do that as gently as I possibly can.
And then you'll similarly cut it back on the other side. Now, isn't there a concrete pad there? So what happens with the concrete pad? Does that get removed or?
Oh, yes, this
Yeah.
is the concrete pad that's existing here. That
Mhm.
concrete pad right there is gonna have to be removed.
Okay.
And we're also, there's a concrete patio here that's also being removed,
Okay.
right? So, yeah, we're really adding very, very little impervious coverage overall because there's a lot of impervious coverage here already.
Okay.
Okay. And the new deck, Raul, is it going to be, you said, I think, well, yeah, I think you mentioned something, right? When you were showing the elevations.
Yeah, I can go back to the elevations if you'd like.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Right,
Yeah.
so-
Uh-huh. Okay.
I mean,
It's
it's
wood.
composite. We're looking to, it's going to be a composite material for the decking and
Uh-huh.
a composite material for the railing. I believe what they've chosen is a mahogany for the decking material and
Uh-huh.
then a white for the railings.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Any other
Okay.
questions or comments from the board? How about from the audience, Amber?
I do not see anyone who wishes to speak.
Okay, I have just one kind of procedural question for, I know, Amber, Barbara, Dennis. Can we approve this, or do we, and leave it to the building department to ensure that it complies with zoning, or do we need to approve it contingent on?
So we did look into this internally, and it does not require zoning board of approval.
Yeah, no, I know that if they relocate it over. I just wondered if we can approve it as is, or if we have to approve it conditionally on it moving over.
I see, like the
Yeah.
plans, they would need the updated plans.
Yeah, because the plans don't
Yeah.
reflect that. So, I mean, I'm thinking it's not that big a
Dennis.
deal. Maybe we just approve it conditioned on them making it comply with the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
so the applicant did not provide me with the updated plans. I don't know if the building department has a plan for how to proceed with that.
I think they just have verbally discussed it, and he's agreed he's got to move it into the lot and, over 2 feet and adjust
Just
it.
say
But,
that.
it doesn't seem like, kind of it's enough of a thing to have to redo it all and come back here. I'm thinking we could just approve it conditioned on him moving it over, but I'm kind of asking.
Now, does it comply with the rear setback, the garage?
No,
Or
it's an accessory building. It just has to be 6 feet from the back.
6 feet only? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I just had the discussion earlier today with the inspector. So I haven't had time yet to actually change the drawings, but I've already discussed it with the homeowner. And so the plan is to move the garage over so that it complies with zoning, so we
Right.
don't have to go.
Yeah, no, and I understand all that. I was just asking a technical question if we, because we're going to stamp this approved and it's the wrong drawing. I'm asking if we can do that just conditioned on you fixing it, or if we have to have you come back. And my inclination would be that seems okay to me, but I was just going to ask what Amber and Dennis and everybody thought.
Seems like that would be a question for the building department.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Dennis, the assistant building inspector. So yeah, if you vote on it with contingency and we get a letter from the design professional stating that, we know that it'll be moved over, we can hold on a set of plans for you to stamp. And once you receive those new plans, then you can stamp it. So I see no reason not to vote on it as long as we do receive a letter. And, this is a recorded conversation, a recorded meeting. So I think that would be good enough. And when the new plan arrives with that change, then the AR can stamp it as a design.
Okay. All right, very good. Thank you for the clarification, Dennis. And so that said, well, first I'll see any further questions on that, or can we get a motion to vote? That would be a request to somebody.
I motion.
Thank you.
Just waiting for questions, should there be any.
Second?
I second.
Okay, very good. Okay, and then the vote, Yvonne
Yes.
and Cindy
Yes.
and Athena.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Me too. Okay,
Great.
so go.
Thank you very
And
much.
as for Genesis instructions, then we'll wait to, Amber, let me know, or Barbara and Amber, let me know when you have what is needed for the building department, and then I'll stamp it at that point.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, and then we have next applicant is 312 Jefferson Avenue.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, let's get
Mhm.
presenting here. Let's get this one. So we are proposing a 14 kW system. It's a two-family home. So the system is being split into the first floor and the second floor, as in the first floor is an 8 kW system with 25 panels, and the second floor system is a 6.08 kW system with 19 panels, to total 44 panels in total. The first image that you see here is just a combined site plan with both systems on the roof if you were viewing it from the sky. And then further down here, this is the second floor system as it is. And then the first floor system as it would be in the initial design that we submitted. The following is the view from the front of the home. And then this would be the south-facing drive of the home to view the north-facing side, or the north driving side of the home to view the north side of the house. And then this would be, if you were driving south, you would see the south side of the home on this side over here. And another screenshot of the front of the home as well here. Okay, you guys have any questions?
One quick question. So how come some of the panels are have one kind of have lines that go bottom left, upper right, and some go upper left? I mean,
Oh,
it's three
sure.
different kinds of panels or something.
Yeah, that's just for our installation team to separate the string diagram for each module.
I see.
So each inverter can allow a certain amount of modules per string, and that's what's just being simplified for them.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so they're all the same kind of panel though. They all
Yeah, they're all the same, black on black, black trimming, black on top, and the black underneath as well. And all systems around the edge of the system towards the bottom here, a skirt would be installed, so you can't really see underneath the system if you're looking from the street.
Okay.
I am not very clear about the 25 solar panels on the first floor and
Sure.
19 panels on the second floor. Do you have like photos or something that can clarify all that?
There's, Yvonne, there's two apartments, the first floor and the second floor.
Right. I also
all the
have,
panels are on the roof.
yes, I also have
Okay.
this would be the
Okay. That's what you were trying to. Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't
So it's
understand
2
what you were
meters.
talking. Okay.
Yeah,
I
so it
got
would
you
be
now.
2 meters
Because
here.
I saw, yeah, only one roof, and I said, what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a
Okay.
two-family home, and it's a dual meter system. So each system would be tied into each main service panels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that one overall drawing, the one that had the yellow on it, is the overall roof thing, and then it's some of them.
Yeah,
And then
this is the overall one, and I believe
The
what we
overall.
submitted to the
Okay.
build. Yeah, this is what overall what I just created on the fly just because I
Okay,
knew
okay.
that we were meeting today.
Yes,
But
right.
these are the
One,
follow two that were submitted to the building department, I believe separately. Because we
okay.
need,
Yeah.
yeah, we
I
need the
I had
two
asked that
Yes.
he make a
different.
drawing
So,
that showed it all together. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, can you go back to the composite one, the one that
sure.
shows all, yeah. One question, on the right, when you see there, at the bottom, there are 3 panels and that don't seem to
These
line
three here?
up, I don't know. Yeah,
Oh, that
I
was
wonder,
just me. Yeah, no, that was just me because I kind of like photoshopped it from one thing to the other just to make it all in one photo so you can see what the whole thing would look like. Because what we submitted to the building department was 2 different plan sets, I believe.
okay.
One for each meter.
I was wondering if instead you have 2 on the top, 2 on top. Yeah, right. What if you move 1 to the and line up there? I don't know, that area. Of course, you would have 1
Yeah,
remaining
we can do that.
by itself. But
Yeah, sure.
I think it's always better to, just to locate them so that it looks organized.
No, I agree.
And
Yeah, we can totally do
would
that.
that work?
Yeah, we can
Okay.
do that. It's just
Yes.
they designed it like this to maximize just the production that the system is offsetting. So
I assume that would be
but it's
roughly
the
the
same.
same. Yeah.
It would be the
yeah,
same, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't think
Yes.
it
I think
would make that
Yvonne
much of
raises
a
a good
difference.
point because that's
Yeah, we can
Jefferson
totally put
Avenue.
that.
So that's the part you'll see, that
Yeah.
first row.
Right. Then the other side seems pretty good. And I understand there's one that is not there at the rear because there's something on the roof. I
Yeah, there's
understand.
like
So,
a
yeah.
vent pipe or something right here.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I agree with Yvonne. That'd be a nice improvement just to square it off in the front because that's the part that would be the most
Yeah.
visible. So that would be
Yeah.
a little
Okay.
nicer.
Good
Okay.
point.
Yeah, we can totally do that.
Okay. Great.
All right. Any other questions, comments from the board? From the audience, Amber?
I do not see anyone who wishes to speak.
Okay. May I have a motion to vote?
I motion.
I motion. Oh, no, you get
Okay.
it, Cindy.
Second, I'll second you motion.
Okay. All right then.
Okay,
Thank you. Have a good evening, everyone.
but we haven't voted
Okay.
yet. But we have to vote.
Uh-oh.
We've only motioned to vote. I think you'd like us to take the next step. Yvonne,
Yes.
Athena,
Yes, sir.
Cindy,
Yes.
and fine with me too. Okay, so approve with, proviso, you move that 1 panel there to the front. Thank you.
Yeah,
And,
I'll have that I'll have that over by tomorrow morning.
Very good.
Okay. Thank
Thank you, Mike.
Okay,
Thank you all.
thanks. Okay, appreciate it.
Mhm.
All right, and I think that's a wrap, gang. How about a
Mhm.
motion to adjourn?
Athena?
Not all at once.
A motion.
I can't tell.
I
if anybody-
second.
Okay.
Sorry.
Any opposed?
No?
Definitely not.
Okay. Okay, Amber, is there any reason, do we need to stick around or can we call it? Okay, very good. It's a wrap then, and thank you all.
Okay.
Oh, it's a wrap and we're leaving too?
Yes,
Wow.
everybody.
All right
Okay.
then. Okay.
Enjoy the rest of the evening.
See you next
See you
time.
next time.